Alright guys, welcome back to Treetop Garage. We did this video on Sunday when my son was here. It's now Wednesday. I just figured because I didn't want to make the first video when we took the 50 Pontiac front end out of there. Mostly my son did, but I didn't want to make it a really long video, so I decided I'd add this in on another video with the f100 brake booster, 7-inch brake booster, brake whatever conversion. So I want to do that video now. So this is Wednesday, so my son's not here. Obviously, he only comes over mostly on Sundays or weekends or whatever. So I want to do that video now. Also, if you want, check out my son's channel, Blake's RC. He's into RC cars. And he's kind of got me into them as well. A little bit. So anyways, we're going to pause you. And you can watch the video on us putting this in. It came out really good, actually. It was a whole kit that bolted into basically bolted in place of what was there. Way smaller booster and regular, brand new master cylinder. So, it came with everything from the firewall even into where that goes onto the pedal inside. So it worked out perfect. We had to do a couple little modifications to make it fit, but nothing crazy. But it was mostly in the booster with that part that's threaded where you put it, onto the pedal. That was the main part that we had to modify. So, and I think I talked about it a little bit in the actual video. I don't remember for sure. But here's the video. We'll see you in a minute. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, guys. So, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to film us taking the old booster and master cylinder off of there, but it's off. It's laying over there on the table. So, right now I bought this kit online. I think I got it on eBay. It's basically everything from the pedal this way. So it's got the arm that goes to the pedal that goes through the firewall. It's got the bracket. It's got a new power booster and a new master cylinder. And it came with some other bracketry I don't think we really need. And it's supposed to fit from a 57 to like a 78 or something like that. So so far it's fitting perfect. We're just getting these bolts snugged up now. And then we're going to put the master on, and we got to connect this part up. Hoping we can get to it. Hoping we can get to that. There's holes here, but you really can't get to the pin too good.
If I pull the pedal pull.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta push because you already got to hook to the pedal. So. Probably should have waited to do that. So we're just snugging the bolts up. We'll get the booster on. I went with the smaller booster. This is a 7-inch booster, and it actually. I didn't realize it, but the old bracket that goes here had more of a drop. So this is actually a less of a drop there too. So we should be pretty good as far as clearance for the valve cover on this one. They sell these in a couple different size boosters. This is a 7-inch, like I said. But I want to get this on there so we can kind of get this, start running some brake lines at some point. I also want to get, possibly we got time today, I'd like to start getting the rest of this front stuff off, this accessory stuff. I want to kind of clean it up and paint it. So, there's something else I want to do too, and I forget. This was the main thing I really wanted to try to get done. So, anyway, we're tightening that up a little bit. We try to get this stuff all hooked up next. Put this on there. This is already, it's not tight, it's kind of snug on there. The bad thing about this bracket is hard to get to this stuff once it's in, so we probably could have put this all in one piece, really. This and that. That's probably what we should have done, but we might have had to take it back out to do that, I don't know. Depending, sorry.
Might be alright.
Is that getting tight or something?
Yeah.
Not even in that far yet. I don't know. That got messed up right. So WD-40 on it?
Yeah.
I see a couple threads maybe nicked up, but
Yeah.
you want to try that, or I don't have any bolts like that, so they're weird fine thread. Well, it seemed like it went in fine.
Yeah. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, it's just further down the thread. So yeah, we should work out okay this thing, I'm hoping. The bracket wasn't in the way if we just run it in with the impact.
It's cool.
Don't have to worry about it ever again. I think they even have a cotter pin in it. So yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll come back when we're a little more further along. Trying to get this bolt cleaned up, so hold on guys. Alright guys, we got our bolts kind of snugged up. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy started on there. See how it's gonna look with the new booster. Nuts here. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to move something here, I'll show you. So, ooh, that's not the, a lot of adjustment I think we're gonna have to make on this.
Yeah.
That pedal all the way up or down?
It'll be all the way down.
Okay, well here, go ahead and pull it up. Pedal up or down?
It's up.
It's up all the way?
Yeah. It's got a spring on it.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna have to adjust this thing.
Yeah.
This thing needs a lot of adjustment. Actually, you might have to cut some of it off. Because if you put this where it's gonna be right there, we're not even, the thread aren't even in the holes yet. So, I'm gonna figure that out. Let me take a look at this and see. This only has so much thread, it's like a blind hole on this piece. Oh, looks like there's a lot of thread to it. I'll look at that and see what it's. So what we're doing here, this piece has a blind hole in it, and we're trying to get this threaded in enough to where we can get these all the way in the holes. I'm thinking we may have an issue with that. Don't know yet. I'm gonna get a pair of pliers or something to hold this thing, and we'll try to screw this down all the way as far as it'll go and see what we get. Alright, so let's try to hold this thing. With some pliers gently. Try to turn this on there as much as possible. Just the bottom right there. I wonder if this thing screws on the inside too, I don't know for sure. I'm sure it's probably. That's the bottom, so we gotta go. There's a pair of pliers here. To the end of the thread, it feels like. Yep, right about there. Well, we came down quite a bit. Let's see how that goes. We got our jam nut kind of stuck here now. Pliers. Yeah, the jam nut's just jammed. So, and the pliers, just a little tiny bit of stuff going on with the thread, but it's going fine. Let's just test fit it and see if we're good. now, we're still gonna have a problem here. What do you think? Yeah, like right now we're engaged all the way, and we still got all these threads won't even go into the bracket right now. So I think we're gonna have to cut some of this off, which I really don't want to do, because this is an odd thread that I don't think I have any. I don't have anything to clean up, like to chase the threads.
Just keep the nut on there.
Yeah, we leave the nut on it, obviously.
Oh, you could kind of run the nut on and off.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to pause you because this is going to be hard to film. Hold on, guys. Alright, guys. We just, we did have to make a little notch on the top of the hole. For a couple fitment issues, but I think we should be good now. I got everything kind of snug together. We got the booster on the bracket this time. Where's this go on the pedal? Does it go to which side?
It'll be on the left side if you're looking at it.
Okay, that's where it's at. I watched it go in there. He gets me every time. Almost every time I get in here, snagged on that thing. Okay, so that's in there. We got 4 bolts started. He's going to connect, see if he can get that connected on the firewall. I'm going to go ahead and zip these down.
Pull back out real quick.
Huh?
It's on the wrong side of the pedal.
Oh, is it? I should be able to move it.
Forward.
Good? Good?
Yeah. Push it back in.
Huh?
So yeah, you can push it back
I already did. Some of the way. How come I can't get this on? How did you get that thing to work like that? With the long socket.
I don't know, I just did.
I'm going to go to a short one, I think. Short socket instead. It'll fit better. Do it, hopefully. Is that going on there okay?
Yeah, I got this little ghetto rig brake switch in here.
What did I do? Grab the wrong side?
Should be half inch.
I didn't grab a 1/2 inch. I grabbed a frickin' 9/16. Huh. Do you have the 1/2 inch out?
Not a short one.
Well, it's not here. Where is it?
It may be out there.
I don't see it in the on the rail. The rail. Oh, it's on the ratchet. I betcha. Here it is. Oh, this is embarrassing. Ow. That hurt. You got everything good under there? Or-
Yeah, that's hand tight.
Okay.
Remember that pedal's also got that little can bolt too.
Where? Is it on there now?
Yeah. So you can kind of brace it and lever it a little bit there.
The bottom ones are a pain. Well, I just lost the socket somewhere. I don't know where the socket went, probably on the floor.
Probably.
So yeah, that should be good. Just gotta tighten up the back nuts, and we'll get this ready for the master. Which probably have to bleed it.
Yeah. We can do that after though.
Yeah.
That master come with a little like bleeder kit.
I don't know if it did. I didn't really look at it that close. It might have. I know my other one did. Yeah, it looks like it might have.
That was just in this little plastic.
Maybe not. Came with some plugs. No, it didn't come with the little hoses in it. I think I still have some from when I did the Studebaker brake thing though.
Yeah.
I think I still have them laying around. Find that socket down there. See it. Oh, it's way back there. I see it. Socket's way underneath the bed. We're all tight, or?
Yeah.
All right. So now, we got our brand new master here. This says both sides are actually threaded for lines, so we're going to plug one side. I think we're going to run the lines out this way. So it's got this side and this side. There's also a piece that goes in here, which is right here. Is that supposed to stay on there? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't really know. I thought it came with that just because. Maybe not though. They got this little piece that goes in there. I don't really think it would stay on there.
No.
Maybe it's just there to keep stuff from getting in it.
I got a booster in Pontiac. Let's see if it has something like that.
Alright, so this goes inside there. And you also just got your plugs for whatever side you don't use. So in this case it'll be this side we're not going to use. So this is already machined with a cone. This has a cone there. That's going to go like that.
Yeah, that's just like a little cutter one.
Huh?
That's just a little cutter.
Okay, so we don't need it. No. And then we'll put our nuts on there. And this is obviously this is the vacuum. That actually wasn't too bad putting this on. A little bit of trouble. We had to do a couple things to make it fit, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't too bad. It was actually on the old, well, you can show them the spacer. On the old bracket that was here, there was a spacer behind it. And we cut it off the bracket. We were going to try to put it in here, but the hole wasn't big enough to clear the new bracket, so we just didn't do it. Notched out a little bit on the firewall instead for the bracket thing to go through there, and now it fits perfect. So everything's good. We should be tight and set to everything with these, which is probably bigger. That is a 13, right? So, yeah. So that's, I mean, that's a quick little thing. That actually went a little quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Tighten these guys up. That's too big.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's a 14.
14. We have 14 over there, ratchet wrench?
Nope.
A regular wrench is fine.
Yeah.
So while we're at it, I think we'll do it. Take these out.
I love how every nut and bolt on this truck is all standard and then nitro stuff.
Yeah. A lot of fine thread on these older Fords too, I've noticed. Which is a little strange, not strange, but it's just something I'm not used to. I mean, usually a lot of the Chevy stuff is all coarse thread, most of it. That's how they did it, I guess. Alright. Let's go ahead and put these in. So, should be 2 different sizes, I'm thinking, maybe. Rear's probably going to be a little bit bigger, maybe. That smaller one. This looks like it's a bit smaller. Smaller plug, and we'll get that tightened up. I'm not sure what size wrench that is. There's two different ones, but I don't know if they're the same head size or not.
No.
Oh.
It's a 16, I think.
Okay. Yeah, we'll tighten those up, and then I'll be running lines here soon. There shouldn't be no problem with the valve cover, I don't think. Okay. Good. There we go. Looks pretty good on there too. Looks like it was almost made for it. I'll give you guys a little bit closer look here.
So cute.
It is a lot smaller. The boosters anyway. It's only, like I said, 7 inches. Alright guys, let me pause you. See what else we can do today. Alright guys, so yeah, it's in there. Like I said, it was in there Sunday, but I didn't film the intro and outro then because we had so much going on. But yeah, it actually fit really, really nice. It looks really good in there. I got probably 3-4 inches between the brake booster and the valve cover, so it shouldn't be no problem if I had to pull the valve covers off now. Just for a 60, I used those aluminum valve covers that came with the 429, which needs some machine work, which is why I didn't use it. But it also came with these really nice Ford Motorsport valve covers that are really tall. And the original booster that was on there was like, I don't know, it was massive compared to the one that's on there now. So that thing went in really nice, looks good. I don't think we'll have any problem with that one at all. I do want to order a proportioning valve next. And I want to order some more brake line because I think we're going to just replumb everything. This thing, I don't know how long it's been sitting since, before I got it. So we're going to replumb all the brakes. And I actually have to jack it up and take some of the wheels off too at some point soon, to see if I need to buy any actual brake parts, like, calipers or rotors or whatever. And the rear's drum, the front's disc. I think I've said this before. This truck is sitting, it's a 59 Ford, but it's sitting on a 73 F100 chassis. So the chassis is newer. So that's why it has discs in the front. But I gotta go through the brakes actually on the wheel parts and find out if I need to buy anything for that. But right now I figured I'd get that in there because that's gonna be a whole deal once I get the steering the rest of the way done. It might be a pain to get to some of that stuff, so I want to do it before I finish the steering up. Plus I had bought it and I wanted to get it in there. So I also want to get the front of this motor, the whole accessory stuff. I want to take it all back off, clean it up, repaint it, put it back on, and I want to find a radiator, some belts, and I also want to get some other miscellaneous small stuff for the motor too, like the breathers for the valve covers, stuff like that. Just because I want to actually get this thing running. I mean, I want to do a cam break-in at some point, and that way we can do an exhaust and work on the rest of the stuff for the driveline. And we're going to have to rewire a lot of it too, I think. But I want to get this thing kind of where, hopefully where it can move in and out of here on its own power, because I'm probably going to get that Model A, that two-door sedan from Honest Peyton Speed Shop. Probably I'm hoping sometime this next month in May. I'm hoping to go. I'm not sure when, what weekend, but I like to get this thing pretty quick to where I can get it in and out of here on its own power, so I ain't got to worry about pushing it in and out. And plus my son's car is still in here. It's going to have to be pushed in and out for a little while too. So, but I like to get the Model A when I get it. I like to get it kind of set up in here, get the frame set up, either on jack stands or maybe I'm actually thinking about making like a frame table. Because I want to do some modifications and make it sit a little lower and whatever. And actually, I'm also with that deal. I was talking to Chad about it. He got a rear 4-link setup when he bought the truck he's working on, if you guys watch his channel. So he offered me that 4-link setup for a pretty good deal. So I actually also bought that. So I got to do some modifications to the rear of the frame as well. So there's going to be some stuff going on, but I want to at least get that set up once I get it. And then get the chassis set up first. So we'll talk about that more once I get it. But yeah, I want to make this thing where I can get in and out easy without having to push it back and forth and whatnot. So that's why I want to do that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I know I've been kind of rambling there for a sec, but I'm kind of trying to let you guys know what's going on as well. So we'll see you on the next video. It'll probably be Sunday again. My son wants to come over Sunday and get this front end and this Pontiac, I think. I do have to look for some material stuff that he needs to do that at work this week. But unfortunately right now we're down for repairs, so like, and me being in maintenance, being down for repairs means I'm busy like most of the day. So I've been busy like every day this week. Non-stop. So I haven't had time really to mess with it, but I do need to do that before the weekend. So we'll hopefully find some stuff that'll work. And we'll be back on Sunday with a video on probably the Pontiac, putting the front axle in, hopefully. At least getting it tacked in place. So, say thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you haven't done that yet. We've had a pretty good amount of subscribers over the last couple weeks, which is cool. And, yeah, we'll see everybody on the next video. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, and thanks for watching, and comment, like I said. And, yeah, see you in the next one.